time for an LLV update. Done a few things to it without filming, but it's approaching the weekend, so I'm gonna start doing work on this thing. First and most notable change, in my opinion, I have a door lock. Amazing. Ta-da. That was not terribly hard to replace. It got punched out. All the bits were still in the truck, thankfully. But the door lock was a bit of a weird one to source. It turns out it comes off of some old Chrysler car. Other updates, got a new set of wheels and tires for it. They are off a 2002 S10. I wanted to get up to a 15-inch by 7-inch wide rim over the stock 14 by 6s. Those older rims have been used by Chevy since easily the 50s and 60s from my understanding. You can see the little lips on them for the dog dishes. These don't have. But apparently the Canadian Post ones do run the dog dishes. But these 14s are, well, apt for the vehicle. Probably a bit ugly, but it is part of, I don't know what you call it, the aesthetic of these. Aesthetic. So I wanted something that didn't stand out, and I found these on OfferUp. These are the base model wheel from the S10s, the second gens. Same hole pattern, same bolt pattern, but they're one rim size wider and one rim size larger in diameter, which means this tire is a little tall for it, but if I go down to 205/65, it will essentially match out to the same diameter as the ones that are on there, which are supposed to be 195/75 14s instead of 15s. Got a box of goodies, our turning signal switch, tool to install it, fuel filter, coolant cap, because mine just doesn't tighten down. I don't know if it's the bottom of the cap, but $2 on Amazon. And the caps for these. Beautiful. More parts showing up in 2 days, and hopefully I'll be able to film some videos on other stuff. Second biggest change. Got in there, took the bolts out, pulled all the aftermarket wiring out. No more light bar. Foil taped over all the holes. The ones on this side were kind of janky. Clearly you can see where it's like dented in. Someone hit the light at some point and kind of bent it out, but hey, it is what it is. Ah, there's my keys. Other changes include dome light. I got a bulb for it. It takes a 1076 bulb, which apparently is common for RVs. Other than that, I still need to remove the bolts up there for this front flasher. Although I've already cut the wiring, it is just laying here doing nothing at all. I have a broken off exhaust hanger right here. This is free floating, otherwise it's fairly clean. Gas tank, frame, leaf spring. This leaf spring is kind of bent, you can maybe vaguely see it. Body has a lot of room for the frame. They raised them up quite a bit. It's an interesting setup because it is all aluminum. Yeah, chassis is real clean on this thing. No rust, no rot. Frame still has plastic markers on it. And yeah. Under the hood, this was low power steering fluid. It is kind of wet down there. I don't know how well it's going to come across the camera. Not wet around the power hose part, but the return hose is kind of gross. I did tighten that down a little bit. The hoses for the coolant lines are swollen. The coolant reservoir, like I was saying, the cap is stripped out. It just spins. So here's our new one. Oh boy, that already fits a lot better. I can't even tighten that down enough. This one can go and do the trash bin. Got these cup holders. They have these nice metal clamps and cheap plastic brackets. Now I got some cheap cup holders in this thing using this weird bracket that came with the LLV. But hey, excellent. Now I have a cup holder. That's it for this update. Take care, y'all, and see you soon.